Alrighty, guys, welcome, one and all. This is your Steiny Jester. Welcome back to 2011. This is a game from May 13th, I think is where we're at. This is game number 39. Yes, we're almost at game 40, which means we're 1/4 of the way, just about 1/4 of the way done in this replay already. So what you have here is our St. Louis records here. You can see at one point from April 6th to April 16th, we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 in a row. And that's why we're off to such a good start this season. But more importantly, we had already played Cincinnati. We got a 3-game series in Cincinnati. We played Cincinnati at home. We won 13-6. We lost 8-5, and we lost 10-5. So that was April 22nd through April 24th. So I just thought I would go back and look at those stats for you guys. So we played Cincinnati. We're 1-2 against Cincinnati. Now we're on the road and facing them again. Let's look at our stats, I guess, if you want to see any other stats. Home runs for St. Louis, 47. Opponents, just 17. We're not giving up a lot of home runs, and we're hitting a lot of home runs. Our average is 282. Opponents' average is 263. The opponents have left more runners on base. 14 steals for St. Louis, only 9 for opponents. 131 walks versus 113. And double plays, only 44. Opponents, 53. That might be because we have more men on base. That could be. So there's our winning percentage there. And our runs per game. You see St. Louis since April 10th pretty much had a better runs per game average than their opponents. Any notes, I guess, and the ballpark information, although we're not playing at home, we're playing in Cincinnati. All right. Let's get things rolling here for game number 39. 1/4 of the way almost. Exciting stuff. So, lineups. Yeah, I need to actually bring this up in the game now, don't I? Major Leagues. Let's go to new scheduled game. Friday, May 13th. So this is Friday the 13th. There's a full slate of games today. All 15. There are 15 games, all 30 teams in action on Friday the 13th. And if I go make sure it's on manual here, after all the time and trouble I did manual. Okay, so if we play the day, all right, and boom, 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 we can go in, play ball.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Welcome to the stadium for today's bowl game. So there's Riverfront Stadium at night. There we go, at night shot there. Nice night game. Great American Ballpark. Lineups go as follows: Nick Punto at second, Rasmus in center field, Pools at first, Holiday in left, Berkman back on Berkman on right field. He's back in the lineup is what I meant to say. Molina behind the plate, Descalso at third, Green is at short, and Kyle Lose pitching for the Cardinals. They'll be opposed by the Cincinnati lineup that goes like this: Drew Stubbs in center, Renteria at short, Votto at first, Phillips at second, Jay Bruce in right field, Rowland at third, Lewis in left, Hannigan behind the plate, and Arroyo pitching. So Arroyo is a +0, Hannigan is a -2. So with the -2 for holding, that's going to be a -4. So our A Steelers are going to drop down to 1-11. Double A will go to 1-13. So Cardinals probably won't be putting anybody in motion today as they don't have any very fast runners. Anyways, let's see if we need them. They bombed the hell out of Chicago yesterday's game. winning that one in easy fashion, 10-0. A complete game shutout for Jaime Garcia. Let's see if Kyle Lose can continue that for the Cardinals. But first up, Nick Punto, the switch hitter against Bronson Arroyo. Arroyo is a right-hander. And away we go, 4-7. He's going to be left, 4-7. And that's going to be a single, 2 stars, right back up over the head of Phillips into right center field. And the game is underway with a single by Nick Punto. He's got about a 25% chance to steal. He's an E, so they're not even going to hold him on. Not even going to hold him on. Colby Rasmus. Now, Colby, let's talk about Arroyo first. So, Bronson Arroyo is off to a really rough start this season. He's 0-5 with a 5.26 ERA. He's pitched 36 innings. He's given up 48 hits, 13 walks, 20 strikeouts, 8 home runs. So not a great start for Bronson Arroyo. 0-5 with a 5.26 ERA. Now we look at our batters. Colby Rasmus, 243 average, a home run, 16 RBIs on the season. This will be his 149th at-bat. 6'11", left-hander, 6'11", is a ground ball pitcher X. So Arroyo is a 1E30, so he will get to it. The question is, will he throw it away at the E30? And I got to set my charts back up. That's why there's a delay. All right, so Bronson Arroyo crushed it back to him. Rolled a 7 on an E1, 7. And that's a G3. Now, 11, 12, 13, 14 on the E30. 14. Unbelievable. 11, 12, 13, 14. That's right. So there isn't a 10. There is an 11. There's a 12. There's a 13. There's a 15. There's a 16. The only number there is not is a 14. Unbelievable. So Bronson Arroyo gets to it, and what's he going to do with it as there is normal infield, runner at first, and G3 says runner advance. So he only plays at first. So ground out to the pitcher. Rasmus will be out. Punto will go to second. 1-3 on the put out. And that's how that works out for us. Unbelievable. Could have been an error. That would have really helped. But now there's one out with Albert Pujols. Albert, 12 home runs, 34 RBIs, 325 average. Oh, foul ball. A lot of high numbers coming up on these dice today. I don't know if that's good news or bad news. 6'4" righty. 6'4". Ground ball shortstop X. That's Renteria. He's a 4E30. A 4 and 11. He'll probably get to that. He does. That's a G3. Now 8, 9, 10. G3. And G3 and the runner, E30 and a, what do we say, 8, 9, 10. Shortstop, E30, no 10. So G3, let's see what a G3 does with the runner at second. G3, runner at second, it says right. It was not hit to the right side, so he's going to stay. Renteria is going to make the play over to first. In time, 2 hookups back to back here. So you are going to stay at your base. It's going to go Renteria at short over to Votto at first for the second out. That brings up Matt Holliday. Matt Holliday, 250 average, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. It's been a few games since he actually been mustering some offense for the Cardinals. Now would be a golden opportunity for you to do something. That's a 2-8 right-hander, 2-8, and strike 3 called. That is his 36th strikeout of the season and the first of the game, and that does it for the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first, still no score, and Kyle Lose, the right-hander, against Drew Stubbs. Now, Kyle Stubbs is 5-0, unlike Arroyo, who is 0-5. So Los has not even lost this season yet, and his ERA is a amazing 1.02. He's pitched 44 innings. He's only given up 31 hits, 7 walks, and 27 strikeouts. He did give up 1 home run so far. So Kyle Los pitching like a madman here in 2011. He'll be facing off against Stubb, Renteria, and Vonto. So the right-hander waits on the sign for Molina. Kyle Los is a -3. Molina is a -3. So probably not a lot of stealing going on today. We'll see, though. So Drew Stubbs as a 5'9 right-hander, 5'9. Steve Wright, 3. So Kyle Los continues his hot streak against all batters with a strikeout. That's going to bring up Edgar Renteria. Now, Edgar only batting 203. He's got 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Edgar Renteria, 4-4 righty, 4-4 ground ball shortstop X. That's Tyler Green. He's a 3E26. So 3 and a 14, he'll get to that no problem. 13 on an E26, though. That could be problems. No 13. There's a 12. So Green's going to make the play. Solid defense there by the Cardinals. And that's going to go 6-3 on the putout, 2-way here in the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless here at Riverfront. No, not Riverfront. This is Great American Ballpark, right? Joey Votto, 224. He's got 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. He's got 31 walks and 33 strikeouts. That is a 5'10". Votto is a lefty, 5'10", fly ball. That one's going out to Berkman. He's waiting on it and catches it for the out. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Reds. We go to the second inning, still scoreless here at Great American Ballpark. Lance Berkman, 361 average, 10 home runs, 27 RBIs. Had yesterday's game off in which the Cardinals blasted the Cubs 10-0. I'm not sure if I'll tell you that enough times in this video. Probably 10 times I will tell you that because it was a very good game. Anytime you can smash down the Cubs 10-0, it's a good game. 6 and a 5, and he's going to be a switchy, so that's going to be a lefty. 6 and a 5, ground ball shortstop X. That is going to be Renteria again. He's a 40-30. 4-19, he'll get to that. And 8, 9, 10, I think, is good on the shortstop. He does. So Renteria gets that one ground out. Shortstop to first. Votto makes the catch. And I don't think the Cardinals have actually hit one out of the infield yet. We're in the top of the second inning. Still no score. Yadier Molina at the plate. He is batting .254. 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. He had a home run in yesterday's game against the Cubs. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but the Cardinals won 10-0. And that is going to be a 2-7 versus a right-hander, 2-7. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Stubbs takes a few steps to his left. He waits on it and makes the catch for the out. So finally got it out of the infield, but it was hung up there in the nighttime sky. Daniel Descalso, 286 average, no home runs, 8 RBIs for Daniel Descalso, 286 average. That is a 1-6 right-hander, and it's going to be a fly ball. That one's going out to Bruce in right field. Bruce waits on it, another lazy pop fly, and that's going to do it for the Cardinals. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here. Kyle Los against Brandon Phillips. Brandon Phillips, 246 average, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, 16 walks, 29 strikeouts. And he gets that one foul. That one was a foul ball. Brandon Phillips, no love lost between Brandon Phillips and the Cardinals. 6'9 righty, 6'9. And that's hit well. And that is going over the head of Rasmus. It lands in the warning track, bounces off the wall. Phillips rounds second. Here comes the throw by Rasmus. Green with the tag. Phillips did a little swim move and gets on with a leadoff double for the Reds. And that brings up the lefty, Jay Bruce. Runner in scoring position for Jay Bruce. He is got a 285 average. Just had 5 home runs, 17 RBIs on the season. That's a 4-6 lefty, 4-6. Ground ball, second base, Punto. He thinks about going to Descalso, but it's not going to work, so he throws it over to Pujols at first base. Moving up on the play will be Phillips, who goes to third on the ground out. So 1 out. 1 out. Phillips at second or at third. Scott Rowland, 258 average, 1 home runs, 12 RBIs. Defense is going to pinch in. They're going to play in. Defense is playing in. That is a 1-7. Right-hander, 1-7. That's a fly ball left field. It's not very deep. Holiday makes the catch. So that is a B question mark, which means Phillips could go. He's a 1-14. And Holiday is a +1 on the arm. So 1-15. Are they going to send? They're going to send Phillips home. He's going to try and tag up. Here comes the throw from Holiday. It's online. Molina waits and slide in. Here's the tag. Just safe, just by the skin of his chinny chin. And that is going to be a sacrifice fly out to left field. And Holiday just couldn't nail him. It was just deep enough by Scott Rowland, and the Reds take a 1-0 lead. That brings up Fred Lewis. Fred Lewis against a right-hander. That's a 4-9 lefty, 4-9. And that's going to be a line out right at Punto at second. Nice leap up there to get that one, and otherwise that would have been in for a single. So a line out to second, and that's going to do it. But the Redbirds do pick up a run on 1 hit. And after 2 complete here at Great American Ballpark, it is 1-0 Cincinnati. A lot of red in the stadium today. It's hard to tell between the Reds and the Cardinals. The stadium is full of red. All right, Tyler Green is up. Tyler Green, 267. No home runs, 4 RBIs. That is a 4-9. He's a right-hander, 4-9. It's going to be a fly ball. Jay Bruce takes a few steps towards the line, waits on it, and makes the catch. And that brings up Kyle Lose. Kyle Lose. He is a weak right-hander. That is a 2-7, and that is be a strikeout. So a strikeout there of the pitcher. And we get through the lineup, and now it's up to Nick Punto. Nick is 1 for 1. 1-5. It's a ground ball down to first base. Votto's going to grab that one, take a few steps to the bag, tag it out, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. Still, it is 1-0 Cincinnati. Ryan Hannigan, the catcher for the Reds, called a good game so far for Bronson Arroyo. Los looks at it, gets the sign, and the deliver. That is a 2-6, and he's going to walk him. And so Ryan Hannigan, they're not even going to hold Hannigan on because they know what's coming. It's going to be the bunt. And Arroyo is a debunter, actually, not good. The corners are going to play in. That takes him to an E. That is really not good. But they're going to try. Bronson Arroyo, not known for the bats. They're going to have to try. So corners are in. He rolled a 6. That might be good enough. Batter is thrown out by third baseman. Runners advance a base. So it is a good sacrifice bunt by Arroyo. Gets that one down and in play. So everything works well. We'll just go pitcher to first. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So Arroyo does his job, and everything's working in the favor of the Reds right now. Is they have a 1-0 lead. They now have a pitcher who got a good bunt down. And Hannigan's at second with only one out, and Drew Stubbs is up. So all working in the Reds' favor. Foul ball. Come back here. So foul ball on that one. Drew Stubbs. That's a 1-4. That's a ground ball. That one's going to second base. Punto. He thinks about going to third, but cannot. He'll throw it over to Pujols at first. Hannigan will go to third on the second to first putout. And once again, the Reds get a man over to third. Good positional hitting there. Hitting it on the right side. So Hannigan at third. Wow, not known. Wild pitch rating of 0, balk rating of 0. So he's pretty solid on the mound. And of course, you got Molina behind the plate. It's up to Renteria, I guess, to smack him in. 0 for 1. 1-9. That's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Los knocks it down, runs over, picks it up, bare hand, throws to Pujols, gets him by a few steps. And that'll be it as the Reds get a man. Oh, that's not going to work. We need pitcher to first. As the Reds once again get a runner to third, but can't drive him in this time. It stays 1-0 after 3 complete here at Great American Ballpark. And due up is Colby Rasmus. Colby, the lefty, 110 against a right-hander. And that one is hit well. And it is off the top of the wall. It takes a funny bounce. It bounces over Bruce's head, back in the play of field. Rasmus rounding first. He's headed to second. Bruce running after the ball. Not quickest of foot. Colby sees him. He hasn't even got to the ball yet. He's heading to third. Bruce picks it up. Here comes the throw. It's a strong throw from Bruce. And the slide by Rasmus is in time. And a leadoff triple by Colby Rasmus puts the Cardinals with the tying run just 90 feet away with nobody out. Colby Rasmus finally gets on track here for the Cardinals. And the dugout explodes. They thought that was going to be a home run, but it just came up just a little bit short. Sports Time Machine is here. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So Rasmus with the triple, and now that brings up Albert Pujols. We're in the top of the 4th inning, 1-0 Cincinnati. There is a runner at third. Rasmus. Pujols is up. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. 2-8. That does not sound like a good column for Pujols. 2-8. But it is actually off the right-hander, and that one's going to be lined into center field. Stubbs comes in, tries to make the catch. He can't. It's going to fall in, and we got us to tie ball game 1-1 on the single by Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols. He's a C stealer, so probably not going to be doing much on the base. Nope, he certainly won't. That brings up Matt Holliday, 1-1 ball game, top of the 4th inning. Ronson Arroyo, here comes the pitch, 5-6, right-hander, 5-6. That one's hit well. That one's into center field. Stubbs racing back towards the wall. It lands over his head. It bounces against the wall. Pujols round second. He's heading to third. Holliday, he's going to take off for second. And we have to decide 5-6 again is a double. Stubbs has got a cannon for an arm. Pujols is going to hold at third with nobody out. So a double by Matt Holliday, and Pujols goes to third. And 3 consecutive hits by the Cardinals. And all of a sudden, they're up to 4 hits on the game. But only 1 run. But that brings up Lance Berkman. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. Do they intentionally walk Lance Berkman to set up a double play? I think not. I think they got to try and get the out, especially with the Yadier Molina coming up. Although Berkman is hitting 358 on the season. Do you want to face Berkman with or Molina with the bases loaded? I think we will pitch to Berkman here. I'm trying to think as the Cincinnati manager here. Double play does you no good right now. If you can get Berkman out, then maybe you will walk Molina to set up a double play. But a double play does you nothing now, other than a double play with the bases loaded would go to catcher to first. They're going to play defense in, and they're going to pitch to Berkman, I think, is your best option here. It's only a tie ball game. You do not want this inning getting away from you, though. So infield's going to come in. Pujols at third, Holiday at second. Here comes the pitch. It's a 4-5 versus the switch hitter. He's going to be left 4-5. And that one is hit well by Lance Berkman. And that one is headed out towards the Allegheny River and into the river. Home run, Lance Berkman with his 11th home run of the season. And Arroyo knew it as soon as he heard the bat sound on the ball. That one was gone. So the option to pitch to him comes back to bite Cincinnati for 3 runs. But, you just never know. Get it out there in a double play, and then you're in a totally different situation. Sports Time Machine said a homebrew rule to maybe prevent triples to go for that inside the Parker would be kind of cool. Sure. I don't know if you want to add too many homebrew rules, but you can do whatever you want, I guess. It's now 4-1 St. Louis. Still nobody out here in the 4th inning. Bronson Arroyo shaking his head after giving that gopher ball up to Lance Berkman. Yadier Molina, 210 right-hander, and he hits a single. So I guess even if you walked Berkman, Molina comes in, he gets a single, probably scores 2 runs there. So, yeah, either way, it's not great, the outcome. That brings up Daniel Descalso. Molina on first, 4-1 Cardinals, top of 4. Daniel Descalso 0 for 1. That's a 4-11. He's a left-hander, 4-11. That's a ground ball, first base X. That's Joey Votto. We haven't looked at Joey Votto yet. He is a 1E6, pretty solid over there at first base. And a 1 and a 5 is going to give you a 1 and a 5 is a G1. And a 9 on an E6 is probably going to be good. It is. So we just need to see what happens with the runner at first with the G1. G1 runner at first is going to be a double play. So that is going to be a 3-6-3 double play. Ground out to Descalso. Out. Molina out. It's going to be a 3-6-3 double play. And not what the Cardinals wanted, but they're still happy to get the home run when they did, I guess. So that brings up Tyler Green. Tyler Green's 0 for 1. Can Arroyo get out of this 4th inning without any more damage? 2-9 and strike out Tyler Green. That was a killer slider, 89 mile an hour, and just broke right in front of the plate. Swing and miss by Tyler Green. And that's going to do it for the Cardinals. But they put a 4 spot up, a cricket number there in the 4th inning, and they take a 4-1 lead. Let's see if Kyle Lose can hold on to it. Due up is the heart of the Cincinnati lineup with Votto, Phillips, and Bruce coming up. So big inning for Kyle Lose to hold things down. Votto up first. That is a 4-3 lefty. It's a fly ball right field X. Berkman, he's a 4-6. He's slower than molasses, but doesn't make very many errors. A 4 and a 2, and that's going to probably fall in for some bases here. Let's look at the chart. Ugh. 4 and a 2 is going to be a double by Votto. And now let's see if there's an error. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the E6. There is no 9. So just a double as Berkman can't get it off the bat. And the Reds come right back with a leadoff double by Votto. And that brings up number one hated man in St. Louis, Brandon Phillips. 1 for 1 with a double himself. I wouldn't even mind an intentional hit by pitch here. That's even an option. Let's see. First base is open. Brandon Phillips is up. He's only batting .252 on the season, but we're going to pitch to him. 4-10 right-hander, 4-10, and that's going to be a fly ball. Berkman waits on it, makes the catch. Fly out to right. So they get Brandon Phillips out. Can they do the same thing with Jay Bruce? Jay Bruce, .282 average, 5 home runs on the season for Jay. That's a 5-7 lefty. And that is going to be hit well by Bruce. And that was a curveball, a hanging curveball. And Bruce is going to nail that one into the wall and bounces back towards Rasmus. But Bruce is going to make it in with a double. So 2 doubles in the inning off of Kyle Lose. And the Reds have got one on the board. It's now a 4-2 ball game. 4-2, bottom of 4. 1 out. Scott Rowland is up. Scott Rowland, 1-4, and he's been hit by the pitch. So the little inside curveball didn't break back towards the plate, and that's going to hit him. I think he leaned into that one a little bit too much, but that puts runners at first and second. So the tying run comes to the is on board in the form of Rowan. Lewis, 1 out. 6-4 lefty. Catcher X, that's Molina. Catcher X, Molina. He's a 1E1. It doesn't get much better than that. 1 in a 20. That's got to be something special. That's a G1. And a 6, 7, 8, 9 on the E1. No error on Molina. So what does a G1 give me? With a runner at first. Let's see here. I wonder if I don't have that on my chart. Might have to actually pull out the regular charts. God damn it. I'm dropping stuff on the ground. Come here. Let's see here. A G run with runners at first and second. Infield normal is going to be a double play 5-4. Double play 5-4. Ball is hit to catcher or third baseman. Results is a third base to second base double play. Molina with a great defensive play there for the Cardinals, and they're going to get the runner out at third, out at second on the dribbler in front of the plate by Fred Lewis. That is going to be a double play, but not your typical double play. That is going to go 2-5-4 double play. And that's going to be a ground, not a pop-up. It's going to be a ground out. Lewis is going to be safe, actually, at first. Roland will be out. Bruce will be out. And it's going to go 2-5-4 double play. Beautiful play there by Molina. Gets the runner out at second. out at first. Oh, hang on. I got to undo that. That should not be. Oh, there is one out. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Sure. I didn't think there was one out. So that's going to end the inning, actually. So let's do this again. Ground out. He's going to go to first. Roland is out. Bruce will be out. And it's going to go 2 to 5 to 4. There we go. And so that ends the inning. What an ending. Inning double play there by Yadier Molina for the Cardinals. And that saves Kyle Ose's bacon there. Kyle Ose is coming out to hit in the 5th inning. Looks like they're going to leave him in to pitch. 1-7, strike 3 call. That is strikeout number 4 by Bronson Arroyo. And we go to the top of the order. That's going to be Nick Punto. Nick is 1 for 2. He's got a single on the day. Nick, 3-4. A right-hander, 3-4. That's ground ball. That's hit to Votto. Votto flips it over to Arroyo for the out. First baseman to pitcher. So Punto out of there. Colby Rasmus tripled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Top of 5. 4-2 Cardinals. 4, 6, 7, 8. 4-8 lefty. 4-8. And that is going to be a single over the head of Phillips into right center field. So Colby Rasmus getting the offensive stick going today for a single. And he is a C stealer. Arroyo's a 0. Hannigan -2. C Steelers not going to be good, is it? No, it's not. So he'll stay right there. That brings to Albert Pujols, 1 for 2 on the day. Albert with an RBI, 1 for 2. How is a 2.54 even possible? He asks. Well, I'll show you how it's even possible. G1. Let's see if I can zoom in here. G1, runners at first and second, double play 5-4. You come over here to double play 5-4. If the ball is hit to the catcher or the third baseman, then the result is a third baseman to second play, double play. Batter is safe. So hit in front of the plate. Molina throws it down to third, over to second for the double play. All right, so let me re-roll this because I don't know where we were, but Pujols is up. 1 for 2 with an RBI. That is a 3-9. Pujols 3-9. That's a ground ball, third base. Roland gets it, throws it all the way over to Votto, and that will retire this side. So that is a ground out. Go to second, and it's going to be a 5-3 put out. So that's going to do it for the Cardinals in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 4-2 Cardinals. 4-2. Ryan Hannigan's up. He walked his first time. 4-5 right-hander. That's a shortstop X. 3E26 for Green. 3E26. Oh, 3 and a 6. Is that going to be good enough? 3 and a 6. 3 and a 6. 3 and a 6 is a G3. Whew. And a 12 on an E26. Oh, and a 12 is an E1. He gets to it, but then throws it over Pujols' head for an E1 on this shortstop. Barely gets to it, tries to make a great play, throws it over the head of Pujols, and Hannigan gets on one way or the other. And here we go with same thing we had last time. Bronson Arroyo. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Bronson Arroyo up to the plate. Not the greatest bunter in the world. Nobody out. Runner in first. Corners in. He goes from a D to an E bunter, but last time he was successful. Let's see if he can do that again. 6, the same thing he rolled last time. So batter is thrown out by third baseman, runners advance. So another good sacrifice. And even though he drops from a D to an E, so that is a sacrifice bunt, and we'll just go third to first on the play. That's fine. Hannigan's going to move up to second. And 1 out now for the Redbirds. It is bottom of 5, 4-2 Cardinals. Drew Stubbs 0 for 2. Oh, foul ball, foul. Everyone relax. Foul ball. Drew Stubbs. Hannigan on second. He's going to Hannigan. They're going to hold Hannigan. Let's see. Hannigan's only a 10 run rating. Yeah, they're not going to hold him. That's fine. They're not going to hold him. That was Green and Punto out there. That is a 2 and a 10. That is a strikeout to Drew Stubbs. Not his good call in there. He's got strikeout, a walk, and and 2 different single spots, but it's loaded with strikeouts. So that'll be a strikeout, and Arroyo or Kyle Lose needed that one. That is only his second strikeout of the game. He's got 1 walk and 2 strikeouts so far. Is not doing very well in this game. 2 outs though. Runner still in scoring position on second. Hannigan takes his lead out there. Renteria is up. He's minus 0 for 2. It's not minus 2. He's 0 for 2. That's a 2-4, and he's going to pop him up. Punto calling everyone off. Get away from it, he says. I got this. I got it, and he does. So pop up to second base. And they're going to leave another one stranded at second. The Reds with only 3 hits so far against Kyle Luse, but they do have 2 runs. That brings up Matt Holliday. He is 1 for 2 with a double. We're in the top of the 6, 4-2 Cardinals. 4-10 right-hander, 4-10 ground ball third base X. That's Scott Rowland. 2-11. 2 and a 3. That could be interesting. A 2 and a 3. Oh, he's going to get to it. An 11 and a 10, I think, is going to be just fine, though, and it is. So Scott Rowland gets to it, throws it sidearm to Votto in time, and gets him by a step. Great play by Scott Rowland to get Matt Holliday. Not the fleetest of foot out there, by the way, I should mention. And that brings up Lance Berkman. Last time up, runners at second and third. The Reds trying to decide whether or not to pitch to him or intentionally walk him to set the bases loaded. Nobody out at the time, so they decide to pitch to Berkman, and he makes them pay with a 3-run home run in the 4th inning. Sports Time Machine, did you get that information on the 5-4 double play? So Lance Berkman 1 for 2 with the home run. That was his 11th of the season. Now he has 30 RBIs. 5-12. He's going to be a lefty. That's ground ball second base X. That's Phillips. He's a 1E6. Pretty solid defender. We're going to re-roll that. Pretty solid defender. 1E6. And 3-4-5. We have us, I believe, a rare play. We do have us a rare play. Dun, dun, dun. Rare play. Oh, I'm going to have to pull out the regular chart because I didn't copy over the rare play. All righty then. Let's see where we're at. Where are we at? We're at this chart right here. There we go. So the rare play, he gets a 4 on an E1, which puts him in the G2 column. So we're on a G2 rare play. Better lines a shot that deflects off the pitcher to the second baseman who makes the play to first for the out. Runners advance if forced. Oh, well, that was kind of anticlimactic. I thought it was going to be something good. Anyways, it's going to be a ground out to second, over to first, and there we go. So 2 away now for Yadi Molina. Yadi, he is looking for 1 for 2 so far. Top of the 6th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. 2 and a 3 and a single for Yadi. It's that simple for Yadi. Just put the ball in play when he needs to. So that brings up Descalso, who's 0 for 2. Daniel, come on, Daniel. 3-7 strikes him out. That will end the side. That will end the side. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 4-2. Joey Votto up. Votto, Phillips, and Bruce due up here in the 6th. Can Kyle Lewis get through it? Votto, last time up, got a double. Whoop, that one he hit foul. That is a 5 and a 7, a left-hander, 5-7, and that is going to be trouble. And geez, Votto's done it again. He laces one over the head of Rasmus, and it bounces off the wall. Rasmus turns around, strong throw, but off the line, and Votto's in with a leadoff double once again. A leadoff double by Joey Votto. And that brings up Brandon Phillips. Phillips is 1 for 2 with a double. 4-2 ball game, bottom of 6. 6-10, right-hander, 6-10. That's a fly ball. Center field X, that's Rasmus. He's a 2-E8. Oh, no, a 2 and a 1. Are you serious? That's going to be a double. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on an E8. I don't know if a 9 on an E8, there is no error, but it is going to be a double. So Brandon Phillips gets another double, and that's going to drive in Votto. It's now a 4-3 ball game, and still nobody out here. And back-to-back doubles gives the Reds a run. It's now 4-3 ball game. Jay Bruce 1 for 2 with the double. The 3, 4, 5 hitters have got doubles. Phillips takes his lead at second. They will hold Phillips on second. Jay Bruce 1-2 with a double. That is a 2-8. Right-hander 2-8. Ground ball first base A, but it's not going to matter as that's to the right side. So Jay Bruce does his job, grounds it to Pujols down at first, but Phillips is going to take off for second. He's there with only 1 out now for Scott Rowland. Last time, this is same situation. Phillips at third, rolling up. Rowland hit a fly ball to left field B ? They decided to send Phillips home 1-15. They rolled a 14, so he was just safe. Let's see if the same situation happens this time. Scott Rowland. Oh, hit that one foul. Scott Rowland is batting .258 on the season. Only 1 home run. 1-12. Line out third base Max. Line out third base Max on the 1-12. Line out third base maximum. And that's going to do it as Descalso snags that one out of the air. Phillips starts running. Oh, he's caught. And Descalso walks to third, tags the base, and that is going to do it. Line out. You will be out. It's going to go right at the third baseman. And a great defensive play once again by the Cardinals have kept the lead for him, as their offense has been pretty much stymied by Bronson Arroyo. He gave up 4 runs in the 4th, nothing in the first 3, and nothing since the 4th. Can the Cardinals tack on a run or 2 here in the 7th? Bronson Arroyo will be... They're going to bring out Arroyo. He's Point of weakness is 6 innings. So he can go 7. He's going to try for 7. We'll see. If anyone gets on, they'll pull him. But Tyler Green's 0 for 2 against Arroyo. Might as well try and keep him in there. That is a 1-9. And he's a right-hander, so that is another strikeout. That is number 6 for Bronson Arroyo. And it seems like if a pitcher has a really, really good day, it's always against the Cardinals for some reason. I tell you, Cardinals hitters sometimes make these average pitchers look great. Average pitchers look great. Just look at what Game 1 of the National League Championship Series against what's his face over there? The Nats pitcher. I can't remember his name. Takes a no-hitter in the 7th inning. Oh, geez. It's like, come on. He's not that good. All right, Kyle Lose. You know what? Kyle Lose's day. You know what? Kyle Lose's day. He's gonna be done. They're gonna bring in. They're gonna bring in somebody. Where's our cards? Here's our cards. All right. They're gonna bring in someone. Who are they gonna bring in? So Arroyo is a right-hander. Looks like they're going to bring in the lefty, John Jay. That's what they're going to do. John Jay is going to come in for Kyle Lose. Pinch hit. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. So that will be it for Kyle Lose today. Kyle Lose, John Jay against Arroyo. 2-4. Ground ball down to first. Votto is going to take it to the bag. And ground out to first. So that'll pretty much be the end of John Jay's day. It brings up Nick Punto, 1 for 3 and 2 outs now. And they might get Arroyo through 7 here. 3-6. And uh-oh. That one is hit well by Punto. It is going back into left field. It is down the line and gone. Nick Punto, just as I said they might get through the 7th, Nick Punto decides to launch one out of here and give the Cardinals his 2nd home run of the season, giving the Cardinals a little bit of breathing room on the home run by Nick Punto, and that will be it by Arroyo. They were trying to squeeze one more hitter out of him, and they're going to bring in the lefty. It's going to be lefty Bill Bray to face off against the left-hander Colby Rasmus here in the top of the 7th. Rasmus 2 for 3 with the triple. He's having a day for the Cardinals. Let's see if he can continue. Anibal Sanchez, thank you. Yeah, Cardinals sometimes they just make average pitchers look like Cy Young Award winners. It just drives me insane. Colby Rasmus, lefty, Bray the lefty, 1-9, and oh boy, that one's hit well by Colby, and that's a bouncer over the wall in left center field. They're going to call that a ground rule double for Colby Rasmus, and called a ground rule double. And that brings up Pujols. Rasmus at second, 2 outs. Reds just trying to get this last out of the inning. Do they bring in another pitcher? Whoever they bring in is due up 3rd in the next inning, so they're not going to get much activity. I think the Reds will make the call to the pen, though, and bring in Mike Leake. They're going to bring in Mike Leake here against Albert Pujols. So Leake in. Pujols 1 for 3 with an RBI. Rasmus at second. Reds can't afford to give up any more runs. Albert, righty-righty matchup. That's a 2-9, and that was a good play. Ground ball to short, and that's going to do it. But the Cardinals pick up an all-important 1 run. Ground out. You're going to go to third. It doesn't matter. It's going to go to short, over to first. The Cardinals pick up one big important run. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning. It's now 5-3 ball game. But Kyle Lose is now out. And that's going to bring in Miguel Bautista, I believe. No, Fred Lewis is a lefty up first. Do we have a lefty to bring in? I bet you we do. Trevor Miller. So we're going to bring in Miller first. So Miller is going to come in. All right, so we have a trivia question as the crowd sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Mark Reynolds' batter strikeout record of 224 in 2009 broke the former record of 204 set by whom? So Mark Reynolds struck out 224 times in 2009. He broke the previous record of someone who had struck out 204 times in a season. Who is that player is the question. Who is the question? It's really worded really badly, but from what I see, Mark Reynolds' batter strikeout record of 224 in 2009 broke the former record of 204 set by whom? All right. And waiting on my mouse, which has completely died. My mouse has completely died. I have no lights, no nothing, so it's either my batteries or my mouse. Let's see. Fortunately, I am a professional YouTuber, and I have batteries at the ready. Although these batteries might be dead too. Let's see. Could it be the mouse? Could it be... No, the camera's still working, so the computer's not locked up. Really? Oops. These might be dead as well. I will be back momentarily as I go and retrieve new batteries. So, hint for all you YouTubers out there, make sure you have a second spare battery pack ready to go. I'll be back in a second. All right, gang. Sorry about that delay. Let's see if these batteries work any better. These are brand new batteries. Oh, the light stays on this time, so that's looking promising. So look at that. 4 batteries are dead. All right. So we can move on now. We have to bring out a position here, don't we? So we need a pitcher, and we just talked about that, and it's going to be Trevor Miller. Oh, yeah. Trevor Miller coming in for John Jay. He's going to be facing off the left-hander, Fred Lewis. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hopefully you all got a chance to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." It's 5-3 Cardinals. Due up is Fred Lewis, who's 0 for 2. And that is a 2 and a 7 against a lefty, though. He's bad against lefties. 2-7 fly ball center field. Rasmus will make the catch out there. One away, fly out to center field. So that brings up Ryan Hannigan. Ryan Hannigan, 0 for 1 with a walk. He's a right-hander, but we're going to leave Trevor Miller in. We'll see. Ryan Hannigan. 1-9 lefty. Oh, that's hit well. That one's going to be in the gap. Rasmus running after it and finally tracks it down. Hannigan's going for 2. He's thinking about headed to third, but he'll go back, dive into second for a double. And that brings up the pitcher spot. So Leake is probably going to be done. And the question is, who are they going to bring in? Who are they going to be bringing in? They're going to bring in home team, the Cincinnati Reds. Who are they going to bring in? They're going to bring in Miguel Cairo, the right-hander. Cairo, the right-hander, is now announced. Do the Cardinals then bend their will? And they will. They will bend their will and bring in Bautista to face off against Cairo. Bautista come in instead of Miller. So Miller had a 1 batter to get out, and he gives up a double. Great job there by Miller. And Hannigan's on second with Cairo up. It's now Cairo and Bautista going at it. Molina -3, Bautista 0. Hannigan is second. They will not hold Hannigan. They will not hold him. 4-11 right-hander, 4-11 fly ball left field X. Oh boy, it's Matt Holliday's turn. 3 and an E4. 3 and 11, he's going to get to that, and 8 and an 11 on an E4 should be okay. It is. He's going to make the catch out there in left field. Matt Holliday steps up this time, makes the play. He had a devastating 2-base error the other day. So this is left field. Thank you. So Cairo out, and that brings up the top of the lineup, Drew Stubbs. He is a right-hander to face off against Bautista. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 5-3 Cardinals. Hey, Michael, see you later. Thanks for coming by. Drew Stubbs, Miguel Bautista, 4-7. He is a right-hander, and that'll be a walk. So a walk by Bautista. 2 men on. There is 2 outs, and Renteria is up. He's 0 for 3. Renteria is the righty. 2 up is the lefty. Votto next. And that is a 2-8. That's a fly ball, and that one's hit to Rasmus in center field. He waits on it and makes the catch. Side retired. So the Reds put a couple runners on, but they cannot advance them. And now, let's see who's coming in. It's going to be Holliday, the switch hitter. Yeah, they're going to bring in a right-hander. Nick Massett, it looks like, is going to be the right-hander coming in. So Nick Massett comes in to face off against Matt Holliday. 5-3, top of the 8th inning. Matt Holliday, 1 for 3 on the day, 1-10. Right-hander, and that one is hit well. And oh my gosh, Drew Stubbs, Bruce doesn't even move as that one is crushed out into right center field. That is way out of here. 463 feet blast by Matt Holliday. His 6th of the season. He put a charge into that one, folks. That one is long, long gone. And the Cardinals go up 6-3. I believe that is their 3rd home run today, 2nd home run today. Lance Berkman 1 for 3 with a home run. Nick Massett is not happy with that pitch. 6-3 Cardinals, top of 8, 6-2 lefty. It's a fly ball, center field. Stubbs comes in and makes the catch. Fly out to center field. Yachty is 2 for 3 on the day. Yachty with 2 singles. 1-5 single by Yachty. He goes 3 for 4 on the day. Another single by Yachty. Massett's a +3. Hannigan's a -2. So just be a -1 if they hold juice. Descalso 0 for 3. Lefty looking for something. 6-9 lefty, 6-9, and that is a hit well. That's going to be a double, 2 stars by Descalso, and Molina is going to have to hold a third. And Massett is tired, so that is going to be it for Massett here in the top of the 8th. And we're going to see who else they can bring in here. They need 2 more outs. 2 up is the lefty, and then Tyler Green. Do they have any lefties in there they could bring in? They have Chapman. They have another starter. Sam LeClure. He is a right-hander, but he could maybe come in. Let's see who they have. Sam LeClure. Yeah, they do have Sam. Willis. He's a starter. Jose Arenadono. Is he on the team? He's not on the. Homer Bailey's a starter, and Cueto's a starter. Who do they have that we don't have carded? There's T. Wood. Who's a T. Wood? Travis Wood. 16 or 18 starts. So he was a starter, so he's not in there. Valquez. He's a starter. Logan Ondorisk. He's a right-hander. LeClure, he's a right-hander. Chapman's a lefty. So they only have 2 lefties in the pen. So if they're going to, it doesn't matter who they bring in, it's going to have to be a righty. So, unless, of course, they're bringing in Chapman, but they're not going to bring in Chapman. They wouldn't bring in Chapman right now. So I guess they'll bring in the righty, Sam LeClure. They don't have much choice in the bullpen. They don't have any good lefties, so it's going to be Sam LeClure coming in. Mass it out, LeClure in. Runners at second and third, only 1 out. Tyler Green. Do they intentionally walk? He is a right-hander, right? Because Descalso just hit, right? Do they intentionally set up the double play? Tyler Green. Tyler Green is 0 for 3. I think it pitched to Tyler Green. They're going to play infield in, though. 2-5, and that was a good choice because that is a strikeout. Strikeout of Tyler Green. And now it's up to the Cardinals. The Cardinals will pinch hit for Bautista. He will be out. And the righty's in. So the Cardinals will counter with Hamilton will come in. Hamilton will come in for the Cardinals. The left-hander, Mark Hamilton. Let's see how they do against Sam LeClure, the righty. So lefty-righty matchup. Hamilton, Sam LeClure, top of the 8th, 6-3 Cardinals. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Oop, and a big foul ball. That one was a double whammy. Big foul ball. That is a 1-7, and he is a right-hander, so that will be a strikeout. So 2 big strikeouts by Reds pitching, and they're going to get out of this inning unscathed. But that does bring that in. Fernando Salas for the Cardinals. In the bottom of the 8th, Fernando Salas against Joey Votto. Joey Votto's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Joey Votto 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Salas, righty matchup. 4-11 lefty, 4-11 fly ball left field X. Holiday again. Oh, Holiday. 3 and an 8. Are you going to get to that one? You will just barely get to that one. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. On an E4, there is no 9, so Holiday makes a good play, and they retire Votto for a change. That's good to know. That brings up Phillips. Phillips is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles himself. The doubles machines here in the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. 410 righty, 410. That's a fly ball center field X. That's Rasmus. He's a 2E8. 2 and a 13. I'll get to it. 5, 6, 7, 8 on the E8. And there is no 8. So 2 good plays by Cardinals outfielders. And that is going to be a fly out to center. Nope, not left. Center. And that brings up Jay Bruce, the lefty. He's 1 for 3 with a double. I don't know if you caught that, but these last 3 gentlemen have 5 doubles between them. Jay Bruce, he hit a foul. 6-3 Cardinals, bottom of 8, 2 outs. 6-4 lefty, and that's a ground ball shortstop X. So 3 defensive plays needed for the Cardinals here in the 8th. Green is a 3E26. 3 to 19, he's going to get to it. And 13 on an E26. No 13 on an E26. There's a 12, but no 13. We'll take it. So 3 defensive plays, 3 good defensive plays, 3 outs. We go to the 9th, still 6-3 Cardinals. Sam McClure against Nick Punto. He's 2 for 4 with a home run. Nick Punto. Oop, that was a 4-6. It bounced all the way back. 4-6, he's going to be a lefty. 4-6 is going to be a line out to first. Otherwise, it would have been a single. Line out to first. That brings up Colby Erasmus, 3 for 4 with a triple. The lefty going against the righty. 5-3 lefty, 5-3 fly ball left field X. It's time for Cincinnati to show their defense. Left field Lewis, he's a 4E4. 4 to 19, he's going to get to it. E4, 12, 13, 15 on an E4. E4 and a 15 is an E2. Left field, right field, E4. 15 is an E2. So E2 lets Colby Rasmus get to second on the 2-base error to Lewis in left field. 1 out, a runner in scoring position on second for Albert Pujols, and they are going to intentionally walk Pujols. They do not want to have anything to do with him. With the first base open, intentionally walk him. Matt Holliday, though, is 2 for 4 with the home run. But you I would rather take on Holliday than Pujols. Holliday, 6'4" righty, 6'4". 6'4". Good thing it wasn't 6'5". That would have been another home run. 6'4" is a fly ball to left field, though. So they do get the out just barely, but they do get, it's not a strikeout dummy. That is a fly ball. Fly out to left field. So far, walking Pujols has helped. Lance Berkman, 1 for 4 with a home run himself. Let's see if the Knur can get through the top of the 9th. 1-5, right-hander, 1-5, and he strikes out Berkman, and that will do it. Strikes out Berkman. We will go to the bottom of the ninth, 6-3. And Salas out. And Sanchez coming in to close this bad boy out. Did have 5 saves in the regular season. Oops. We need to visitors. It's going to be Salas out, Sanchez in. All right, he can only face 4 outs. So Scott Rowland, 0 for 1 with an RBI. 6-5 righty, 6-5 strikes him out. If it comes off the pitcher card, it's probably going to be a strikeout. He's got a lot of strikeouts and a few walks there as well, but not many hits. Fred Lewis, lefty, against the right-hander. It comes off the pitcher card again, 6-10. Oh, that was actually a shortstop X. 3E26. 3-15, he's going to get to it, and a 14 on an E26 is good. So the Reds are down to their last out. That is a ground out to short over to first. And it's going to be Ryan Hannigan, 1 for 2 with the double. Unless, do they have any lefties? They're going to bring in Chris Hainsey to pinch hit. Chris Hainsey is going to come in for Hannigan. Much better hitter. Much better hitter than Hannigan. Or than Hannigan, yeah. So Chris Hainsey's in. 2 outs, bottom of 9, 6-3 Cardinals. 111, and that's a fly ball that was headed out to left field, and the Cardinals are going to survive a game here in Cincinnati. Fly out to left, and that's going to do it here. 6-3 Cardinals are going to win. Let's check out the box score rather quick. Let's save this. This is going to be game number 39. Unbelievable. Game number 39, almost a quarter of the way. All right, so we can send the over. St. Louis had 4 runs in the 4th inning, defeated Cincinnati by a score of 6-3 at Great American Ballpark. St. Louis had 4 runs, crossed the plate in the 4th inning, where they had 5 base hits. The critical plate appearance was Lance Berkman, who silenced the stadium when he lost the ball over the fence for 3 runs. St. Louis had 13 hits overall, while Cincinnati only had 6. Kyle Lowe, 6-0, got credited with the victory, pitching 6 innings while 3 runs. Sanchez earns a save, his first. Bronson Arroyo, 0 for 6, suffered his 6th loss. He pitched 6 2/3 innings and surrendered 9 hits on no walks. And that is going to do it for that. And we do need to take a screenshot of this wonderfulness. There we go. And that will be it. So thanks, guys, for coming out. We'll see you all next time. So take care. Thanks to Michael at Sports Time Machine and everyone else that came by. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Until then, take care.